Menu narration option is set to off.
Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. A late season top 25 matchup on hand with a couple of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Gators will kick it away to start. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Pulls and fired complete. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
They'll leave it with the lone back. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Another delay of game penalty. This is just sloppy. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Mack. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that pass intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Line gets set, 1st down.
Get set. Reload.
Give to the running back. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. On the ground, it's Daniels. Across the 25, he's got room. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. The Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, and we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really, really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Power football with the run. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Gators with the 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the incomplete pass is just too hot to handle.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Looking to throw, it's Glagway. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And the quarterback's in the pocket, and he decides to take off and scramble and just couldn't get to the 1st down marker. You could tell he wanted to pass the football. Maybe it wasn't there. Maybe he scrambled a little bit too soon. But usually when you take off, you better know you're going to get close to that 1st down marker or get it.
Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Defense has him pinned back. And listen to this crowd roar. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Off he goes. The 40. He's at the 20. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Looking downfield, it's Mack. Makes the grab down the middle. Touchdown, Bama! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's now a final in one of the more intriguing games of the season, this huge top 5 clash. Oregon was anything but dominant today, but the Ducks are going to leave Autzen Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the Elcon. A top 5 clash and a thoroughly impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first.
It's complete! A huge pickup! And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Suddenly, after that last big play, they're on the move. 1st and 10 from the 44. Looking for a gap. It's Daniels. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball off.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 7, Florida 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. He's looking downfield to throw. Got a man. It's Hawkins. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
That had to be a coverage bust because there is no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field.
42 Spider.
The give to the left side. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They'll ride the hot hand. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
To the air. It's Lagway. He'll throw it. Got his man downfield. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route run. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
And the Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Running the red zone, it's Daniels. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the back. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many junk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
The Gators trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal.
Jackrabbit.
Give to the fullback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Flex. Can. Check.
They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. All tied up, just about set to kick it away. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man. It's Mack. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They've had receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Here's the handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. We like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting the hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is...
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6.
Get set, get set.
Using his legs, it's Hart. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That's caught. It's Hart. They get him down after he makes the catch. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Mack. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
They'll leave it with him. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Oh, he's going to go for the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
At the 35, he's open. Nothing but green ahead. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Gators! And that one will give him the lead.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And he makes the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Mack. He makes the connection. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, that's a real good-looking throw, and I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up. And this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. On the move. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematic.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown tie. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. This should be the last play of the quarter. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Okay, ready?
1 second remaining here in the third.
Let's go.
Leaves it with the back. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter.
And at the 3, you're all tied up.
On the go.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
Razor, razor.
Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Using his legs to buy some time. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Florida.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Daniels. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Now,
I know that was third down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up fourth down.
Jackrabbit.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And he's out of bounds after a terrific run and a nice pickup. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice.
Gets away from one. He's got space. And he's running in the open. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Man, so many guys in position, play after play to get this guy on the ground, but Palmer, he just refuses to go down and makes big plays.
And when you make plays like that, David, you're basically guaranteeing yourself more touches as this game goes on because the play caller now knows no matter what, you're going to make dudes miss and make me look good.
The Gators are on the move.
Easy.
To the ground with the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push and just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one.
Clear. Clear. Cut, cut, cut.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Cobb. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
I don't know about the play call there, guys. 3rd down, they're throwing it behind the line of scrimmage, seeing if this guy can do something once he has it in his hands, but a better job of pursuit and tackling defensively, now setting up 4th.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down.
Yankee blue.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Takes the handoff. It's Hart. Gets some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Mack. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Feeling some heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw it again. Going deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Crosses the 45. And he breaks into the open.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
And as time is dwindling away in this one, the offense is set up. First and goal, a great opportunity to get the go-ahead score. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, these linebackers are flying around, and they like to bring the boom. What a great job playing physical, setting the tone, and letting them know, don't come over the middle of my field.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
A touchdown here on third and goal really ratchets up the game pressure.
6-9-1, Gators score!
They'll run behind the big guys on the right, and they'll knock him down.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it is good. Splits the uprights on the chip shot. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese, making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse, just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.